Hey guys, my name is Ray, and today's the day that I tell you guys a little secret. We hit 3,000 subs! I'm so happy to hit, the 3,000 sub count on my channel. It's awesome, it's cool, and it's all of you guys, so thanks for watching. But I also wanted to do this to show you guys the new layout of the channel that I have. It's something new that I wanted to try out, and I'm gonna try to see if I could implement it in live streaming, because that is the big plan with the layout. But this right here, you'll see the topics of which I'm, they're upcoming, which I'm talking about. And so on and so on. It'll move forward, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's gonna be really dope. I like the fact that you guys could select what you guys want to see and what you guys don't want to see when it's a very long video or whatnot. And like I said, hopefully down the line, if you guys like it, I could do it during live streams. I could also do it with other people, and it's something I think a little bit more organized. So if you guys do like it, remember to drop a like and let me know in the comment section down below that you like it or not. But like I said, I wanted to get back to some of you guys in the comment section. You guys leave some awesome comments, and even non-questions and questions alike. So I just wanted to get back to some of those things. And the first one that I wanted to get to was from Chriser555, and he says, "Great vid, man. So hard to get non-spoiler content these days." And I wanted to start off with this one because it's sort of like a channel update that I wanted to do about this, but I'm just going to say it here. I recently have been avoiding so many spoilers because, like I said in previous videos and in live streams, we're only going to have about 7 episodes in the next season. So to me, it's kind of hard to, to kind of spoil myself a bit. I'm like, when it was 10, it was kind of cool, but now it's kind of harder for me to, So most of my content won't be spoiler. I'll say it before a video, if anything, or I'll probably drop a funny cue like this one.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Igbo. Get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here.
But for the most part, I won't, be doing spoiler content anymore. Especially if it's like very concrete. Like if it's speculation, maybe, because it's not sure, and it's good to always talk about stuff like that. But like I said, I'm really going to avoid spoiler stuff. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Let me know also down below what you guys think about that. So this comment comes from Fame Arcade, one of the OGs on my channel. Shout out to you, Fame Arcade. And basically his comment is, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Jon Snows appointed 998th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch? Does that mean that when he died, Sir Alistair took over, made him 999th, and when Jon was resurrected, that made him 1000th Lord Commander? Am I looking at this too much of the significance here? I don't think you are looking too much into it, because I think it might be a little bit something maybe in the books. Because in the books, it seems that, he might be warging into Ghost, and it might be a little bit more prolonged. Like, it might be a little bit longer, him warging into Ghost, and they might actually elect another Lord Commander. And then when Jon is brought back, he might, execute him for treason and then take his position back. Or he might just bounce like he did on the show, because we know that Jon basically didn't stick in the Night's Watch. He said his watch had ended after he executed the traitors, and basically he bounced. But it is interesting though in the show, if you look at it in the show, we see that Maester Aemon keeps telling Jon to kill the boy and let the man be born. So basically it's like Jon lives 2 different lives in the story. That's the way I look at it, at least. And his life has basically been divided into 2 pieces. The very immature and kind of childish ideologies that he has, and then he turns into like the man, like Maester Aemon said, that he carries the load and the responsibility, especially with everything that's coming. But it is a good point though. It'll be interesting to see who the 1000th Lord Commander is, because last time we checked, Dolorous Ed is at the watch, and he's basically head honcho. So they have to have an election, and in the books, basically they say that, it has to be 2/3 of the Night's Watch that has to vote for you. And I don't know. I just don't think Dolorous Ed is everybody's #1 guy. You know what I mean? But thanks for the comment. So my next comment comes from James Farrell, and he says, I know I'm late on this, but I don't think Jon ever finds out his true parentage. He becomes a legitimized Stark to keep the Stark name alive and bloodline alive. Now, to be honest, I have thought about this before, Jon not finding out his parentage, and a lot of people and a lot of you guys have let me know in the comment section below that you guys don't believe he'll find out either. But it's interesting, right? Because you might think, would Bran even tell him? Because, you know, Jon has more important things on his mind coming besides this world-shattering thing. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, you're not my brother, you're my cousin. And your dad kidnapped your mom and raped her. Well, he kind of didn't. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny and kind of iffy. So I don't know if Bran will tell him. But I do believe that it will be known that he is the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna eventually. Like, it has to be. Like, that's like the huge payoff of the whole story. Like, come on, like, it has to happen, in my honest opinion. You know what I mean? It has to happen because from the very start of R plus L equals J, all right, cool, we know it as readers and as viewers, but guess what? Jon has to know it. If he doesn't know it, that's a little bit wacky to me. So even though it sounds cool that he'll stay a Stark, he could do that, but he has to find out his parentage to me. Like, that's like the major payoff of the whole show. Like, without that, what the hell are we watching? So thanks to you, James, for the comment. And next I have Jon Cena. Not this one.
And his name is Jon Cena!
But this one, Jon Cena. And Jon Cena says, you should do Viking videos. Now, Jon Cena, I haven't... It's funny saying Jon Cena. Jon Cena, it would be even more funny if that was like your real name. Let me know if that is your real name, because it is even more funnier. But, you know why it's funny. But, let me see. You say I should do Viking videos. I haven't even started watching Vikings, to be honest. But I've been told by a bunch of people in the community I should watch it. And I know you guys previously had told me to do videos on it. The only thing is I don't know which ones, because if I were to do like Viking videos, I would like to sometimes record my reaction. So I would like you guys, at least if you have some episodes that you see are really dope in Vikings that you want to see my reaction to, tell me which episodes are good to record reactions of, and I'll record my reaction watching the show to those episodes. Because imagine if I would have had the reaction me watching Game of Thrones for the first time. Trust me, you guys would have laughed because I was bugged out. I'd never seen anything like Game of Thrones before. And if I know Vikings isn't as good as Game of Thrones, because I've been told that, but I heard it's like a good substitute, you know, during the long night. And that's what we're in, right? We're in the long night. So thanks to Jon Cena for the comment and, or question. I guess you put a question mark on that. But thanks to you, Jon, and thanks for watching. So I have a question here from Leon Mustache. And she says, great video. Have you checked the cast list for season 7 and 8 if the flashback character Howland Reed is returning? Now, this is something interesting because I've learned this when I've been doing videos. The casting lists on, IMDb are totally unreliable. Most people will be like, nah, they're really unreliable. Like, you see the weirdest shit, and it only is reliable like maybe a week before the show. Because last season we had a bunch of weird things that were coming up on it that weren't true. We even, I think, saw the actress who played Lady Stark, Catelyn Tully, Catelyn Stark, whatever you want to call her. She was on there for Lady Stoneheart, I remember hearing, or something like that. So I just don't believe IMDb, and I would suggest you guys don't as well. But I mean, it is cool to have that, you know, happen sometimes because everybody gets excited. But yeah, like I said, I haven't checked it out, and I would recommend, you know, you don't count on that too much for your casting calls. But I see a comment here from Carla Vega, and she says Orlando Bloom as Rhaegar. Now, I know that this comes from his portrayal in Lord of the Rings. You know, he has like the blonde hair and whatnot as the elf, I think it is. And yes, you could tell that I have never seen Lord of the Rings. My bad. I know I've been told I should watch it. I think I saw the first one and never saw the other two, or the Hobbit series. I haven't seen any of them. But I could definitely see him as like maybe a look, kind of. But I did a video and I said that Rhaegar could make or break any prequel that they would do of Robert's Rebellion, and I honestly believe that. And I know a lot of you guys tell me that also Robert Baratheon, because it is Robert's Rebellion, but I mean, Rhaegar plays such a major role in it, and the way that they hype Rhaegar up as a singer, as a fighter, the looks, the emotion that he makes people feel, like, you know what I mean, how endearing he is and how infuriating he is at the same time, from what people believe him kidnapping Lyanna. It's really hard, and you know, as an actor, yeah, I think Orlando Bloom could play him, you know, pretty good. I just don't know if, you know, he embodies what Rhaegar embodies for the story, you know. And I know that there was this guy, this singer from, I don't know, whatever boy band he was, that, you know, he said that he was gonna, you know, he hinted at it that he might be Rhaegar and he has like a bow or something. I don't believe that. I think he was just trolling the world and he just likes Game of Thrones. He was like, hey, I look like a Targaryen. Let me do this stupid thing and make everybody think that, you know, I have something in season 6. If he pops up in season 6 as Rhaegar Targaryen, I will flip out. Like, I don't know. I don't appreciate the spoiler. So my next comment comes from E. Baker, and she says, why does everyone think that the dragons will be effective in the upcoming battle of the Night's King? Only the whites were affected by the fire in the cave scene. The Night's King and his guard walked straight through and the flames died around them. Now, this is something so true, E, and, you know, I've thought about this before myself, but the only thing is that, you know, you could have every thought. I just can't make a video every day, but I honestly have thought about this, right? Because we see that when they're walking into the cave, basically the flames just like part and nothing happens to the White Walkers. But, you know, I wrote in, and I actually replied to her comment, but I wanted to do it on video because I would imagine that this is maybe a topic that not only you, but other people have talked about. And I could have done a video about this, but you know, this is a good topic. I think I could talk here. And to be honest, I believe that the thing is that everybody seems to assume this because, you know, the dragons are fire made flesh and they're associated with magic. And once we saw that the dragons were revived, you know, or not revived, that they came, you know, they returned to the world, there's been kind of more magic in it and all, but I honestly don't know. I don't think, because I've always said that the battle between the White Walkers and the living is kind of unfair. Imagine 3 dragons like blazing whites all over the place and that's it. So it kind of has to be a little bit more even in my head, you know, and like I seem to believe the fact that if they have 3 dragons and they have, let's say for example, optimistically, 100 White Walkers, right? All of Craster's children are White Walkers, let's say. Then, you know, you would think like, oh, okay, it might be a little bit more balanced. But when we saw in the Lands of Always Winter, I believe it was like 12 or 13 White Walkers, including the Night's King. And then, like, you know, the baby. So, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem... There is one thing that I have a video coming up on that I do believe that we will see ice spiders. And the only reason I believe that is because they have been mentioned before and Old Nan is rarely wrong. Yes, I know, you know, she has said that they live in the eye of a blue-eyed giant, but, you know, I do believe that we might see ice spiders down the line. And I don't know, like, what makes you believe that we wouldn't, right? But it is true, you have a good point. I don't know exactly if the White Walkers will be affected by Dragonfire, but, you know, I would like to assume that maybe a stronger fire like Wildfire maybe, you know, could affect them, but there's nothing really, because we also did see in the vision that Bran had that, you know, we see that they showing him the Wildfire, and, you know, the Mad King is saying, burn them all, burn them all. Maybe that's the way of telling him, you know, burn them all with Wildfire. So we just don't know. And until, I think next season, we're going to get like a really good measure. And this isn't nothing spoilering. I just think that we're going to get a good measure of what the power of each side is and what the big battle is going to be at the end. All right, and my final comment that I'm going to take is from Damo2690. And Damo says, Jon and Mira are the same age, look the same in the show, and the only 2 survivors of the Tower of Joy are the respective fathers. Coincidence? I think not. Now, I read that like that because that's the way I imagine like you writing it. But I mean, I used to think that this was a possibility before the show, But I mean, it's pretty much been confirmed that Jon was the only baby, I think, there. Unless like there's like some freaky shit that there's like a baby in a cradle or something. But like I said, it's pretty much confirmed that R plus L equals JM is not a real thing. But like I said, you know, yeah, I don't know what to say. But yeah, I mean, I honestly believe that for a second, but then when you like really look into the nitty gritty of it all, it just doesn't add up. Everything points to just, you know, just one baby. But yeah, man, I mean, I still see people trying to make the whole Ashura plus Ned equals Jon thing. And I mean, it's basically been confirmed on the TV show. So yeah, man. But you know, this is fun. If you guys like this, remember to drop a like. I'll continue doing these type of videos. If you don't like them, you know, still drop a like. I mean, what can I say? Like, likes help the channel grow and they help me out. But yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to a few people out there doing awesome stuff on their channels as well that are friends of mine. I want to give a shout out to AU Pack Meal, who has some awesome live streams. Yo, like this dude has 30 days of live streams of A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. You should check his channel out. You should also check out 1,000 Theories with Marie and Old Nan. Awesome channel, awesome videos, every week releasing awesome content. And you should also check out my brother from another mother, A Dawn of Ice and Fire, aka Don Willie. He has awesome stuff coming, and yo, like I'm telling you, hype. Yeah, so guys, like I said, thanks for all the support again for the 3,000 subs. If you like this, let me know. Like I said, the layout, I'll do it in future videos and in live streams, hopefully, when I get that down pat, when I learn, you know, my whole broadcasting setup and whatnot. But as always, guys, it's a true pleasure. My name is Ray, and peace. This is the price of living in New York. Mr. Sprinkles, ruining my video.